This is an 18-month-old baby who almost died in detention. Her name is Amalia. So her parents came to the US legally. They were up to date with all of their asylum case. They presented themselves to authorities when they had to. They followed the process, and they were still detained. And let me be clear, every person deserves medical care. Legal status should never decide whether a child lives or dies. But for those already looking for a justification, this family had an open asylum case. So while in custody, Amalia got sick. Her fever hit 104 degrees. She was vomiting. She had diarrhea, and she was struggling to breathe. Her parents took her to the facility's medical clinic multiple times, but they were only given basic fever medication. On January 18th, when her oxygen levels dropped to life-threatening levels, she was finally rushed to a San Antonio Children's Hospital, where doctors diagnosed her with pneumonia, COVID-19, bronchitis, RSV, and severe respiratory distress. She was hospitalized for 10 days, placed on supplemental oxygen. She lost about 10% of her body weight. This was respiratory failure. The doctors prescribed her a nebulizer, respiratory treatments, medication, and nutritional support. The doctors warned she was still medically vulnerable and at high risk of reinfection, but ICE returned her to detention anyway. And we already know that these centers are cold, filthy, overcrowded, not safe, especially for a sick baby. When this 18-month-old was back in custody, officials confiscated her prescribed medication and medical equipment. Her parents had to fight for the care doctors had already ordered, and it took an emergency federal lawsuit to finally get the family released on February 6th. So her parents came here legally, they followed the rules, and their toddler nearly died in detention. And this is just one case. Imagine how many more aren't making headlines. No child, no matter where they come from, should almost die in detention.